Welcome back to another episode of Mike the Truck Nut. There's no other way to describe the things that I do other than being a bit nutty about trucks. Dad's cutting some firewood over there, and kids are gonna give him a hand. He's actually gonna take his motorhome for a rip to the RV show at the Lower Mainland. I think it'll be good for him to get out, you know, experience, just get stuff off his... Anyways, yeah. So in the last episode, we figured out why I have no heat. It's because the coolant level was down. And it wasn't actually the last episode, because the last episode I did a walk around on a new truck. And I came out here to see if I have a water leak. And there is a bit of a water leak, which is not ideal. And I don't know where it's coming from. So is it, ouch, it almost maybe looks there. And it seems, unless it's, I don't know. I did put this hose in there, and maybe it's that one, unless it's up top. But that might explain why it, well, mind you, I think it had to burp too, because all the coolant lines to the heater were empty. But she's a little frosty. She's a frosty morning. Look at all the frost on it. Well, it is -9 Celsius, which is not sure for Fahrenheit. If I'm paying attention when I edit this, I'll put it down below, but let's take a look from up top. And I don't really see anything. How's the level in the coolant tank? Oh, see, it's still, it's not down a whole bunch, so, you know, I have a theory. Maybe if it goes through a few heat cycles, it'll heal itself. Maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not. But if we look, you know, there is a bit of water drippage, but there's not a lot on the ground. So I'm gonna fire it up, let it get some heat cycles again. And you know, being that I was messing with everything, it could be just a seal needs to, I don't know, could a guy get that lucky? One could only hope. At least it's just a little water leak. The only problem is, what if it's like the water pump that's leaking? It's not uncommon for common. Whew, you know, I gotta lay off the snacks because getting a little winded. Anyways, it's not uncommon for a truck or an older truck to leave a little puddle when it's cold out, as everything seals, contract and stuff. But and you know, and it can be perfectly fine after that. So anyways, I can fire it up, get some heat in the engine. Oh, she's a little cold for her this morning. Of course, she's not plugged in. It's a pretty good truck that can start without being plugged in. She's going. We got oil pressure. You know, I sometimes worry about the quality of my rebuild, but at the end of the day, the way this thing is running and starting, that's really good. So, that's really good. So, I should give myself more credit. She fired right up at -9 Celsius. I mean, it's not super cold, but still, it was like -20 something last night, I think. Ah, yes. My children are here to help Grandpa. And you know what? Body work is not for the faint of heart. The last bit of body work I did, I don't know if I'm gonna make that a video or not. I might, it might be just a short one. But I had a mask on, and so that was good. But obviously, create lots of dust in here doing that. And my face the next day was rashy. I got up in the morning, it was itchy, showered, went to work, and then it was like I had a face rash from the sanding dust. But it's looking better. Well, and of course it's a process, so we're getting there. And something that I was just looking at is I should fix these holes, because it's where screws have pulled out, or bolts with the rubber. There's a repair down here. I should just peel that off, actually. I chipped off some on the inside, so you can see this has been repaired before. So when we get this sucker running and sealed up and paint it, we'll have to you know, sand that down and stuff. But I want to get the cab sealed up and then get it running first before paint. But getting it sealed so we can put it outside, and if it gets wet, doesn't matter. I picked up some more Napa brand body filler. Shout out to the guys at Napa. You know what? In Prince George here, great service. Really appreciate you guys. Some of them follow the channel even. Got me some primer. It's a better primer. So I'm thinking I might sand off the primer on the side and redo it. I also got another mask because I went to buy new filters for this one and I didn't have replacement filters. And then I had bought, of course, I don't know where I put them. I bet you I left them at the other house. That would be about my style. Dang it. But I did get these filters for this new mask, and these are, yeah, we'll see how well those do. So anyways, as we carry on, yeah, I want to get it buttoned up so we can get that day cab interior in, and then paint it. And I know I should paint it all before that, but in all honesty, we got to watch our pennies right now. So if I wait till summer, I could paint it myself, do something like Twin Stick did, and you know, we're gonna do it on a budget. It's and it's not to say that we can't stay up on this truck, you know, make it really, really good one day, because I think it's coming along it's coming along good. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. But anyways, we're doing it on a budget because this is a budget build. You know, partially because I've got another truck here, Dad's truck. And you know what? Dad hasn't been feeling it since Mom passed, which is understandable. He spent his entire life working, and you know, after losing Mom after 56 years, you kind of, yeah, I'm just assuming you take a step back and think, like, what's the point? Like, work always came first. So anyways, it's not a big deal. Dad's got the clutch forks in. He put some, oh, we got to add one more bolt there because there's a bolt missing. We also got to get a plug or a reverse sensor thing for there. And Dad put some little hoses here for grease nipples, because that's always a challenge to grease those when it's in the truck, and we'll have to put a loop on that for a cooler. So so Dad is doing stuff. He also gave it Craigslist rebuild on the frame. So next thing I need to do is tip the cab forward, put this up, clean the inside of the frame out, and you know, it's not a big deal. It's just some work, because if you're gonna put the new tranny in, we should tie these up a little better. And what's a cutoff line? Oh, that's probably because it's for the trailer. But yeah, get the transmission in it because this truck drives. Well, it runs. N14, she runs. So all we need is a transmission and a drive line. And then the transmission's gonna be here. And move Dad's jacket. So the next question is, you know, do we have to put a steady bearing in? It'll all depend on the length of that drive line. So it's the only problem with lengthening it. And like I say, we're on a budget, especially since Mom passed away. So, and shout out to all of you that have, I think I'm gonna make a special video just to thank y'all, but that bought Dad a coffee. Together we raised, what was it, $4,800 for him, and it helps him out huge, just huge. So you know what, Dad, it's helped pay for Mom's funeral costs, and you know, Dad's gonna take his motorhome to the coast, and it enables him to be able to put some insurance on his little RV there, motorhome for a year. So that's tremendous. So it really helps. And yeah, if any of you would like to buy Dad a coffee, link down in description, you can buy Dad a coffee, and he super duper appreciates it. And you know what, maybe one day we'll do a video of just having coffee with y'all. So anyways, carry on. And this, once I get the interior, and we got to get this rolling. So I wish I was closer to some of the YouTubers down south, like Gentry and Sons, that know these 60 series inside and out, because I don't know anything about them. Well, about rebuilding them anyway. So I do know where there's a 14 liter, and I think I told you guys about it. That's like that's probably 2 years old now, Reman, that was in a wreck, but he wants a bunch of money for it. I don't have that. So we'll probably rebuild it. But first obviously I don't want to pull the valve covers off and start into it while it's covered in fiberglass dust. So, and it needs to be pressure. I thought I pressure washed this, but looking at the oil on here, and there's still some squirrel poop or mouth, well, it's rat, I don't know. There's vermin poop, and yeah, it needs a bath. It needs a bath is what I'm saying. So anyways, and what are these guys doing over here? This is what happens when you get your kids to help. Hi guys, what you doing?
We were told to wait inside.
You're what?
We were told to wait inside until this. Oh.
They came to help Grandpa, so they're waiting inside. I might have to put you to work. These are the K100 windshields. This rubber actually looks pretty decent for the one side. This one, she's a little crispy. Actually, it's not crispy, but it is a little burnt. So it'd be nice to get some more of these that are completely sealed like that. But I'm gonna order some glass so that way I can put the glass in, seal up the cab, and then I can paint it later, because you know it's winter. And anyways, at the rate I'm going, it's gonna take forever anyway. So anyways, I'll let them do kid stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna get to work, and they're gonna go outside and help Dad with firewood, because that's what you gotta do. That's right. Come on, kids. No, I'm actually kind of a softie, so. Okay, what should I do next? I don't know. What do I want to do? I'm not gonna lie. The grinding of fiberglass and getting it in your pores, it's not fun when your face gets all rashy and itchy. But they say baby powder works, but I don't have any baby powder. And also when you're done, wash your face with cold water so your pores don't open up, because your pores open up with warm water, and then the stuff gets in your pores, and then I think that's why it got irritated. But okay, I got an idea. Let's try test fitting the visor, because, well, it'll be fun. I've had this visor for probably a year and a half. fella. Ooh, these visors are kind of heavy. Ooh! Okay. Okay. Set this down there. Move my scaffolding out of the way. Watch your ears. It's a little noisy. I'll grab the hardware now. Get me the hardware! I don't know that there were directions. At least I don't see any, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Let me see if I can find the bolts that came out of this. That's $49 million question. There we go. Thinking it's some of these. Yep, it's the rusty ones. You can see that they're fine thread, not coarse thread, so. And of course, that one's a spinner. I'll have to try and snug that one up. Okay, so, yeah, I've got two more here. I'll put this bolt back. Okay, Cooper, I'm seeking your assistance. Do you want to grab that side of the visor? Okay. And we're going to pick it up and hold it up against the truck. Those three holes by your right hand, we're going to put where those bolts are. Or if you want to just hold it out in front of the truck, I'll put my bolts in first.
Okay.
Like let it come out so it gets closer. Okay. Yeah, like that. That's there. Okay, so do you want to hold the center? And we'll just flex it out. Oh, that's pretty snuggy. Is this actually going to fit? If this doesn't fit, I'm going to literally cry. Hold that knot. Is the door locked?
You can go fill up the bucket if you want, or unless you're helping me, Dad.
It's 2 seconds here. Test fitting. Okay. There you go. Test fitting this visor. This thing would be clean. Everything is dusty here, son. Okay, so I'm gonna put some marker lights on here to see what it looks like. Because one of the reasons why I want to put this visor on is because obviously looking at where it comes, I'm gonna have to like fill these holes for the other visor. So rather than, I think a guy would normally just put a bolt in it, like a stainless bolt or something, but we're not gonna do that. So instead, these are OEM Kenworth marker lights. And I'm just gonna kind of tape it on like that to just get an idea as to where they go. Now these are takeoffs off my brother's W900 that he bought. So he put all bullet marker lights for something different. And he's like, "You want these?" And I was like, "Truck parts? Of course." So let's do this mock-up. There, just enough to hold it in place. You know, that screw actually screws in there, Piper. Maybe I can just do up the screw a little bit. I'll do the tape thing. That's not very good.
It's 7%, by the way.
That's fine. Who's there? Hey, it happens. Do this to try and hold that. So looking at this, I'm gonna have to fill this because I don't want to have an air horn off to one side. I want it to have a clean roof. I'm gonna fill that, which is the antenna hole for the radio antenna, because I want to use the bracket on the back of the cab for an antenna. And here we have to use a cut, shortened version. So let me grab the original one. That's been cut and modified. So this one being the 90-inch cab sleeper. It never came with marker lights like this. It came with the little round ones, which you can't get anymore. So someone took and modified one by cutting the back off it so it would fit right there. I think what I will do is, if we like this look, I'll cut one, but I'm gonna try and make it so it goes further back.
You know what I do with these holes here? Take and get a chunk of stainless and make a bracket goes down to here.
Maybe. Maybe.
Not to tell you what to do, but
Nobody's telling me what to do. It's a little bit Egbert-ish. But we're just trying to get the look. Okay, let's put the cab down and see what it looks like. It's fine. Okay guys, check this out. Whoa, there it is. A 12 gauge custom drop visor on Smokey. What do you think? What do you think? Now it's just sitting there. It comes down more than I thought it would. What do you think of it from the side? Do you think those marker lights are gonna work, or are they too tall? Because we could go with penny lights or little watermelon lights. That might be fun. Little watermelon lights right on top of the roof instead of those. Or do we keep it with the Kenworth marker lights? You know, because they kind of stick up there a lot, but you can see the visor is gonna have to be worked a little bit to get it to come around, but that'll just bend. But it's tight, like it's touching the roof right there. So it's gonna be, it's a bit of a challenge, but I think I can, you know, flex her out. I don't know, but you can see a lot of the cab roof above it. Because of the visor and that look is why I didn't want to go with the whale tail, because I want it to have that low profile look, which is why I want to have 22.5 rubber on the front, maybe with some low pros to keep it sitting low. But what do you think? Do you like the factory marker lights, or should we go with something lower so that so that the Aerodyne windows stick out more? I think it looks pretty good that way though. Still looks tall, not too tall. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave a note down in the comments. Tell me what you think. Is this visor gonna work for you? I like it. I like it, I like it. I don't know if I'm gonna do the cab extenders, but you figure you're gonna have, you know, because I want to have a nice straight pipe there that's all shiny and chrome, and then I don't have to try, like on this side we've got the screws in here, which the other side doesn't, but you know, we could paint that. Or if we put the cab extender on, the kicker is I need to try and build this, and with all this fire damage, I mean, obviously we're not going to use this one. It's a template, but like if we look at the driver's side, damn thing. So if we look at the driver's side, it's got this beveled edge that drops down, and then it's flat up there. So we'd have to try and build that and build it angled to match. Now we've got some corrosion here. When I took this off, I could probably body filler that. I mean, I guess, and see, I wasn't planning on using these, so that's where I kind of made a mistake with that. But I don't know. I know a lot of people want me to put the cab extenders on because it makes the cab look bigger, but I also like the idea of having your chrome straight stack, being able to see it there. So, but that's kind of what I was thinking, guys. But the kicker is, if I'm going to do all this body work on the roof, I need to figure out what the marker lights are going to be. So I kind of like that traditional 5 and having a low pro, because, you know, even if I went with the watermelon, you know, from they're like the mini watermelons, I forget who makes them, but it doesn't match the square headlights, whereas those marker lights match the square headlights. Now I could put more marker lights on the roof, but I don't know, would that be too many? And the kicker is, I could run with the 5 and then add marker lights if I decide that I wanted to do more. You know, I just have to pull the headliner down, which right now it is down, but I kind of like that look. It's going to be a bit of a bugger. Bit of a bugger to change windshields. Well, you'd have to take the visor off to change windshields. That's just all there is to it. Which on the other hand is probably good that it would protect the windshields. I need to try and save this glass. I should probably get some new rubber, and then here I'll have to like goop this or silicone it, because you can't get these rubbers easily from what I understand. So, but the glass isn't Yeah, I guess the glass isn't even broken in this truck. Amazing. So this is the look out the window. Don't mind my corroded dash parts. Well, this isn't too bad. Sitting on the floor is the seat. Yeah, the seat's back as far as it can go. It's not terrible. I don't have as much room as I would like, but that'll work. I could probably go up a little bit, but I think that's gonna work. So I should take this out. This one too. Oh yeah, because that's my air horn. But I don't want to put it back up here, so there you go. And I'm going to take this this other grab handle off. So, yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm tempted to pull that grab handle off just for looks, but I don't know. Just because on this side, then I don't have to put it on. But I think on this side it would probably be easier to have it, so maybe I should put that back on, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. So, going with this visor, I guess we can, gosh, that is so tight on the sides. Thinking the measurements are a little off. But, yeah, K100 ST. Maybe it's not for a K100E. You know that, because it doesn't say E, but it's gonna, I mean, we're gonna have to make it work because I'm not sending it back, so yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna pull these lights off and see how it looks. And I think the last thing I'll do is some body work, but let's, where did I put my screwdriver? Piper! Oh, don't tell me that this thing is spinning now. There we go. So with how tight this is, like you can see it's going out, so I'm gonna have to like bend it in. And this is kind of like digging into the cab. I think I might leave that gusset bracket off, and then I'll just put these ones on. Not sure if that's gonna pick up a rivet or not. It doesn't look like it's going to. Well, let's take those off and see where that fits. So I took those ones out, and I've got, I don't know if you can see it very well, these brackets in here are going to be like just above the window rubber. So you might just see them, or the angle from being down below, hopefully you won't be able to see them sticking out. So if you look straight on, you can see the little doo-doo. And now, another thing we could do is we could put some penny lights on here and fill in all those holes. But let's get down and see what it looks like from the ground. So that's the look without the square marker lights. Now, if we do pennies on the top, they'll just be kind of hidden. I mean, they'll be sticking up like just a little bit. But what do you think of that look? You know, the lights, I don't know, with seeing the brim of the roof, it's, mind you, I think it looks better with the lights from the side. Yeah, I think it definitely needs the lights right there. So, and it's kind of cool because the Aerodyne looks really tall without the whale tail. Like being that it's a shorter cab, I think having the whale tail would have make it look that much shorter. So I think it's good. I think it's good. I think we're gonna put the 5 marker lights on it like I had. I'm gonna fill in those 3 holes and get this visor mount. I think the visor could go that way, just a smidgen. So I'm going to put this back. I'm going to tighten up these, and that way it'll kind of bend this, and then I can mark here where we're going to bolt those on. So might have to trim those corners. If you can see it, trim those corners off a little bit. Just give them a little grind so they don't dig into the roof. So yeah, it's progress. Progress. So busy playing with Smokey, forgot the Duke's still running. Oopsie daisies.